Yo, what's good? My name is Jamo, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this text effect from the Osama-san Dev Stacks Diamonds in My Face music video. This is a really cool music video. I like the text effects that they added in here, and this is actually pretty simple. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Let's just get right into this. So off rip, you see it's kind of got a bit of a blur effect going on as those words start to appear, and then it's also slightly stretched out, and also these letters are being typed out like the typewriter effect, which can be done in After Effects really easily with the built-in typewriter effect. And then the second one starts being typed on the screen, and then this one is being stretched out using a different effect, and then it looks like they have a little bit of RGB added up in there to just add a little bit more color in there. And then as well, the color kind of changes from white, yellow, and pink. I went ahead and found a font that might work for this. I didn't want to use the same font. It looks like they just use kind of one of those basic sans serif fonts that you could find in After Effects. I think that this one could look cool as well. So on this text layer, I'm going to add on the typewriter effect, which is built into After Effects. And then if you click U on your keyboard, you're going to bring up the used keyframes. And all you really have to do with this is set this wherever you want. So right here is where it's at 0%. And then right here is the end of the animation at 100%. And you can drag these over if you want it to be fast or slow. So there we go. We have something really basic like that right there. So then the next thing that we're going to do is pre-comp this text layer with Control-Shift-C, and then make sure to move all attributes into the new composition. Click OK, or you can right click, go to pre-compose and do it through that. And then I'm just going to have this animate because as you can see, it's kind of fading out into the left of the screen, and it's also being stretched out with some optics compensation. So I'm just going to start animating this with my transform dropdown right here. It's kind of already starting off the screen just slightly, and then as that text effect kind of goes through, it's just gonna go over like that slightly. So to start off, I have something that looks like this. I'm just kind of having it move very slowly right over there, right there, which looks, I think, pretty good. And then as you can see, it kind of dips down and it's stretching around kind of like that. So the way that you can do this, you can use two different effects. The first being optics compensation. And if you click the reverse lens distortion box right here, and then start playing with those values, you're gonna, kind of start to get that effect. And then if you just keyframe in and out this value, and then also keyframe the view center, you can start to get these kind of stretch effects right here. And if you want it to be less harsh, you can obviously just bring down this effect right there. And that's kind of how they're getting that slightly downward and sideways stretch effect right there. And then the other way that you can do this, and then on this bottom text right here, what they were using is this effect called CC scale wipe, I believe. And they definitely could have been using optics compensation here too, but another way to use this is with the scale wipe. So I'll just set this to 180 so that it's going to be at an outward downward direction, and then you can just start stretching the center to start stretching that. And then as well with the center, this is a really cool effect because when you keyframe this stuff in and out, you can get some really cool transitions and whatnot. As you see here, if I just change the direction maybe over to 90 degrees, you start to see you could have it come in like that. Which is super useful for transitions and definitely can be cool with text effects as well. And then to kind of match the vibe of the music video on the background, I went ahead and just kind of desaturated it with this Lumetri color right here, kind of making the vibe a little bit darker. And then the way that they kind of had the blur fade the text in like that right there is they used this effect called Gaussian blur, I'm assuming. And then it might be a little bit better to see this on full quality. If you just increase the blurriness, you can get some nice blurs in there. And then as well, the way that they changed the color of the text, you can do this in so many different ways, but my favorite being is the tritone effect, which is also built into After Effects. And you can just change the highlights of the white values to whichever color you want. they went from, you know, like a white to a yellow to a pink. So that's kind of how you do that. And then the way that you keyframe that in and out is at the beginning, you want to set the blend with original to 100%. And then later in the clip, bring the blend with original back down to 0. And then that's going to have it fade, you know, from a white to a pink color, just like that. So very simple. And then I'm just going to go through and use all of those effects that I talked about here real quick, and create this same text effect right here. So we can get something that looks very similar to this. And this is what the video looks like after the effect. This can be utilized to create some really cool text lyric animations for music videos, visualizers. It's a really low effort, and I think that this is some pretty high quality stuff. I really like this music video right here. If you guys want to save time while editing and attract high ticket clients, make sure to check out my website where I sell high quality digital assets that will help you do just that. My top priority is helping you save time, which is why I try to make my tutorials a bit quicker than other tutorials with some really high quality value in here. I appreciate you guys for tuning in and have a great rest of your day. Peace out.